Off the highlights, where the truth gets aired out. Stroud with the vision, hitting Nico on a flare out. We talk breakout stars, no gimmicks or filters. Numbers so clean, got the stats looking like scriptures. Pressure like playoffs, but we calm in the huddle. Game talk deep, turn the podcast to a tunnel. From tape to the takes, we don't follow, we lead. And transbaits with the reads, every drop what you need.
Check, mic check, mic check. Get the mic. Y'all see the mic in the picture? Mic check, mic check. Wow. Welcome to Off the Highlights. It's your host once again, Trance Bates. Hey, I'm just checking in. Just wanted to do a little slight recording. Feel like I needed to create some content. Feel like I needed to stay active. I know this is probably the downturn of the season right now. I was looking into it. Training camp is starting probably around like July 17th, earliest for some teams. And the latest they're going to be reporting is July 23rd, I believe. So with this one, I just wanted to, with training camp coming up, I wanted to talk a little bit about each team, what I anticipate, my most anticipation for them when it comes to training camp, and also what I'm looking forward to seeing in the season, what I'm looking forward to in the season. I'm gonna just go through each division, go through each team. But before I get into that, make sure if you've been liking the videos, if you've been sharing the videos, I appreciate you. I thank you. Want to get them subscribers up a little bit on YouTube. That's Trance Bates. I'm on TikTok. That's OTH. Oh, let me run the banner across. It'll be running down at the bottom right there. Like I'm on YouTube, on X, I'm on TikTok. But YouTube, I got some skits on there. TikTok, I got some skits, some edited videos, some shorts. So, but like I said, I just wanted to get into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about training camp and what we're going to expect and what I'm expecting. And like I said, July 23rd, we've been waiting. We need that football. July 23rd is going to be the latest for training camps, the latest of the teams to get in there. But I'm going to automatically start with the AFC East. I'm going to just go through each team, what I'm looking forward in training camp, and then what I'm looking forward to in the season. Okay? So we're going to start with the Buffalo Bills. As far as training camp goes, I want to see the development of Keon Coleman. I want to see if he can become that dominant number one receiver for the Bills since Diggs left. That's what I want to see in training camp. I want to see that. As far as the season goes, I think they're going to win that division, but I would like to. I think for them, the next step is what happens in the playoffs. What happens when they face Patrick Mahomes? And Patrick Mahomes has always been an issue for Josh Allen. Like, he just won the MVP. He got married in the offseason. I think that's good vibes, good energy for him. So when it comes down to them playoff games and you playing the Chiefs, hopefully for them, another team a little bit lower doesn't step up, and then that makes a whole new problem for them. As far as teams in the division where they got to compete with, who knows what the Dolphins do? I don't think the Patriots or the Jets is really going to be competing with them. So for them, I think when it comes down to it, what happens with that team when it gets down to them playoff games, right? Not the first game. The first playoff game they usually do well is when that second game, that divisional round, and that championship game. If they playing Mahomes, that is going to be hanging over top of his head. So who knows how that goes. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins. As far as training camp goes, I guess no injuries. I would like to see them more fluent as a team. See what Jalen Waddle does. Tyreek probably staying out of the news. But as far as going into the season, I mean, for me, I feel like McDaniels is on his little last leg. Tua might be also. What else can they salvage from this situation? What can they do? Can they compete with the Bills in that division? Can they win that division? That's what I'm looking forward to for the Miami Dolphins. Can they put that together and win that division, or really compete down to the last couple of weeks in that division? New England Patriots. As far as the Patriots go, I want to see Drake May development in training camp. How those wide receivers, the Jalen Post, the Javon Bakers, that's a crowd to run, the Boutte, Keyshawn Boutte, Kyle Williams, how all well that meshes as far as becoming an efficient passing attack and watching his development and how that offense plays. I think he's a breakout candidate as Drake May for a second year, but it's going to be very dependent on how Josh McDaniels can get that offense rolling and how those wide receivers step up. I think Kyle Williams is going to be very well. But I'm not sure. As far as the season go, I'm looking forward to them competing with the Dolphins as far as that number 2 in that division. That's what I want to see from the Patriots. I think Vrabel can bring that intensity to the Patriots. I think Josh McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator, and I want to see if he has them competing. Next up is the New York Jets. As far as training camp go, I want to see how Justin Fields progresses. Does he play better from the pocket? Does that connection with Garrett Wilson manifest? And who else is going to be their number 2? Lazard. Who's going to be their number 2 wide receiver? Who's going to step up? And let's see how that running game go. As far as the season go, I really like to see them be a hard out for a lot of people. I want to see Justin Fields progress, maybe become a top 16. As far as quarterback, 16, 17 in that range. I want to, come up the ladder a little bit. I want to see him being a functional quarterback to where they are a hard team to beat. It's not an easy. You're not looking at them on the schedule like, hey, we got to win this week. I think Aaron Glenn can get that defense back up, but I really want to see that offense come together. I want to see them hovering around a good 7, 8, 9 wins. That's what I want to see from the Jets. Next up, we got the AFC North with the Ravens. I think that's the same thing goes for them. The same thing goes for the Bills. I think Lamar is going to always have an MVP season. Derrick Henry is always going to get to 2,000 yards. Zay Flowers, Bateman, I think they're going to be good. They got good tight ends. It will likely overtake Andrews. I want to see that battle. They just got Jair Alexander, so they should be good defensively. Top 5, top 3. And as far as the season goes, what you do in the playoffs? Can you translate the back half of that Bills game where Lamar played well? Can you translate that game into just playing well throughout the playoffs? And I think the issue might be you can't get past Mahomes. You couldn't get past Allen. And now that window of other teams might be a little bit better. So it might be more of a challenge. I mean, the Texans really hasn't been a challenge for them, but the Bills have, the Chiefs have. The Bengals, I think they swept the Bengals last year. The Bengals really didn't have a good defense. So who knows how that goes. And speaking of the Bengals, can y'all just get y'all shit together as far as contracts go with y'all team players when it comes to training camp? Like, can you get Trey Henderson? Can you get Shamar Stewart? Can you get that situation together so you can have a good defense and you can put something together on defense? As far as the season go, can that defense suffice and be sufficient enough to make you put you in a battle as far as trying to win that division? Because I feel like the only way you don't really want to be battling the last spot for the wild card, which I think them getting into the back end of the wild card will make them a dangerous team with that offense. But I think you want to be competing with the Ravens for that North. That's what I expect from the Bengals. As far as the Cleveland Browns, we already know what their training camp shit is going to be. Shedeur, who's going to be the quarterback? That's all we're looking forward to. And as the season progresses, who's going to be the quarterback? Like I don't look at them as being a competitive team too much. Maybe they could still want to hear from the Ravens in that division, I think. But as far as overall goes, can you find your quarterback this year? That's all I'm looking forward to. Now, the Steelers training camp, how well do you do with Aaron Rodgers? And how does Aaron Rodgers mesh with Arthur Smith? And how does that offense look? Do you need more skill players? How does that running game look? I think in training camp, this is what I'm looking forward to. As far as the season go, I wonder if the offense and the defense, if the defense can still play to a level, can Tomlin get that defense to play to a level and that offense elevate itself a little bit with Aaron Rodgers to be what they usually are, competitive. I mean, they battle, they make it to playoffs. So can you maintain with Aaron Rodgers? Can Aaron Rodgers give you a little bit of nudge, or has your defense fallen off a little bit? So, and does that even out? So as far as I want to see that, are you competing with the Bengals? Are you competing with the Ravens? Are you stealing one from them? How well are you doing against the other top teams in that division, in the AFC, right? So I think they're going to be interesting to see how the Aaron Rodgers saga plays out as we go down there. Next up, the Houston Texans. Training camp wise, I want to see how that wide receiver room shake out. I don't really have too many concerns with the defense. I kind of know where everybody's going to be playing at on the defense, starting wise. More so health wise, is everybody healthy? And I want to see how Nick Kelly, that offense. My interest is more so seeing how that offense comes together. How Stroud can take command of that offense. They saying they putting more power into his hands. How does that offense play? And coincidentally, how does that offensive line hold up? Do it become more of a power running game? Do they lean more into the run game? And how well do Nico and them Iowa State boys play? Right? And my interest for them is they feel like the little brother team to these other teams like the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens. That's how it's been for the past 2 years. Can they maintain the dominance in their division? I think 11, 12 wins, having a chokehold on that division and really putting your stamp on it, right? How well that defense plays. And if you can finally beat them. Because I feel like you're the best of not the top three, right? I think you're there with, we will put Cincinnati, but Cincinnati hasn't really been that dominant as far as a whole concern, but the offense is very dangerous. Can you punch out one of those top three? Now, who knows what happens in those respective divisions, but can you knock out one of those top three? That's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see that team. Yeah. I want to see that defense play. I want to see how well that offense gels. Colts wise, what's going on with the quarterback situation, training camp wise? Anthony Richardson already hurt. He's probably going to be participating at training camp. It's going to be a battle between him and Daniel Jones. As far as the season go, as far as the season go, can the quarterback save that coach's job? Can he? They have the playmakers around them. They have the nucleus around them as far as skill set and talent, but it's just that quarterback thing is so shaky. Can Shane Steichen get the most out of Anthony Richardson, who has less reps? Or can he do a Brian Dable job with Daniel Jones and get the coast to the playoffs. Who knows? Jacksonville Jaguars. How does that Lynn Cohen offense look? Can he get Trevor Lawrence to take the next step? How does Travis Hunter gel in training camp? Does that become a lethal offense? As far as the season go, I think I'm looking forward to seeing if Trevor Lawrence is that guy. Can he be that guy? Can he make himself a top 10 quarterback? Can he live up to his draft status? That's what I'm looking for. So with the Colts, with the Jaguars, it's the quarterback position. Like, I know talent-wise, Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter are going to do well, but how does that quarterback position play? For the Tennessee Titans, I just want to see Cam Ward win that quarterback battle, if it is one, between him and Will Levis in training camp. I think Cam Ward will cement himself in there. As far as the season goes, just see how Cam Ward develops. That's all. I think they might be a surprise team. That's one of my surprise teams. I think they're going to surprise a few teams. I think they're going to steal some in the division. I think they're going to steal some from top-ranked opponents because they're going to be overlooking them. So I want to see how Cam Ward develops. Does he continue the path of 2 seasons in a row we done had a spectacular rookie quarterback have a good season and get their team to the playoffs? Is Cam Ward the next one? Because the only other first-round pick is Jackson Dart, but he's in a different situation. Cam Ward firmly has control of that situation. Next up, AFC West, we got the Denver Broncos. Shout out to Malik, the delusional Broncos fan. But hey, you got to be your fan is part of delusion. Yeah, you think your team is going to be good, you think your team is going to be great, but that's part of believing, giving the hope. As far as the Denver Broncos goes, training camp goes, just stay healthy. That's all. I want to make sure that they stay healthy in the development of Bo Nix in that offense under Sean Payton. How that running back situation plays out. As far as the season goes, can you compete and knock out some of these top tier teams? You're going to play a few of them. The Bengals, the Texans, how well do you do in there? And if you feel like your defense is top tier, how well does that defense hold up in those games? And how well does Bo Nix play? That's what I'm looking forward to. And how y'all competing with the Chiefs? Can y'all battle the Chiefs for that division? Can you win that division? That's what I'm looking forward to. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to see how that wide receiver core comes together in the training camp. How well that offensive line. I know they lost Tooney. How well that offensive line plays. I really don't have no issues with the defense. Spags does what he does, but the Chiefs. Mahomes has been good. Not saying that he's bad, but as far as the top end elite quarterback stat wise, he hasn't been that. He hasn't been putting those up for the past 2 years. But they have been winning and won Super Bowls and been to the Super Bowl. So you don't necessarily need to do that to get to the Super Bowl. But I do think that every team in that division that got better. So as far as the season goes, they had a lot of close wins last year. That usually is not the case next year. And with each team getting better, I want to see how well they do against that division. Can they maintain a stranglehold on that division? Or do we look at some part of the season and we looking like, damn, the Chiefs are struggling to make the playoffs? That's what I'm looking forward to, how they handle that division with improved play. Next up, we got the Raiders. Just more so just if that offense can gel with Chip Kelly. Ashton Genty, I want to see how he plays. Jack Besh, we covered him in one of the one of my first shows. We covered Jack Besh. How well they play with Brock Bowers and everything. I want to see how well they do in the training camp if Gino can stay on his mark and really learn that offense from Chip Kelly. As far as the season goes, I just want to see them compete. I want to see them take a game from the Broncos. I want to see them take a game from the Chiefs. I want to see them take a game from the Chargers. Go down to the wire with a lot of teams, and where it's just looking like, oh, this ain't no pushover. Like Geno really put us to the next level. That's what I'm looking for the Raiders. Next up, we got the Chargers. Just how well that passing game comes together with Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris. More so, I want to see Lamar Allen, how he plays in the training camp. I want to see if they solidify how they're going to operate with that. J.K. Dobbins just went to the Broncos, so that was their lead back last year. So Amari Hampton has he's going to get the most carries. He's going to get 250 to 300 carries. So let's see how that goes. As far as the season go, I got them as my dark horse Super Bowl team. But like for the Raiders, I want to see the Chargers dominate that division. I want to see them finally take on that Harbaugh persona and really master that division. Let's see how that goes. I want to see them play such a level that now the Chiefs are chasing them. You know, so that's kind of that's what I want to see from them as far as the Chargers go. All right, now we headed over to the NFC East. We got the Dallas Cowboys training camp. I don't know if Dak is going to be participating. I'm not sure how far along his injury, but I do want to see how that CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens battle, like how they combine those two and how they attack. As far as the season go, I want to see them back competing with the Eagles to win that division. I want to see a good three-way match between them, the Eagles, and the Commanders battling. But I feel like that's going to be completely dependent upon Dak's health and Schottenheimer. As far as a coach, can he manage? Can he play call? He hasn't been in high demand since he's been an offensive coordinator with Seattle. So let's see what happens with that. As far as the Giants go, training camp, I want to see Jackson Dart kind of push. They're not going to give it to him, but I want to see him push Rush. That's what I want to see. We want to eventually see him, but I want him to see me himself as number 2. And if any little situation goes undone with Russ, ready to put him in. That's what I want to see. As far as the season goes, show me that you was worth a first round draft pick with Jackson Dart, and I want to see that. I want to see that defensive line. I want to see if that defensive line is really that unstoppable with Brian Burns, Thibodeau, and yo from Penn State. I forgot your damn name and shit. See, I don't be focusing on the defense like that. But yo from Penn State, number 11, not Micah Parsons, over here. Abdul Carter. Yeah. I want to see if that defensive line really gonna cause issues. Eagles, they got a new offensive coordinator. I want to see what the offense looks like. Jalen Hurts plays good in the games that he needs to play well. He plays well. In those moments, he's on. Overall, it's not really. I mean, if you just box scoring and looking at statistics, you would not be impressed with what he has done, and you wouldn't look at it as a Super Bowl winning caliber quarterback. I think that's why there's a lot of debate about if he's a top 5 quarterback. Top 1, he won, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's a lot of debate with that. I think that's why the stats really don't hit like that. But he's a good, serviceable quarterback that will make it happen. So I think with them, win the division and keep on being a dominant team. Commanders, how well that defense comes together in the training camp. Can it be a force for them? A force multiplier? As far as offensive side, Debo. What does Debo bring to that table? And how does they run game continue to stack up? And if Jalen Daniels can continue upon his rise as they got him as a top 5 quarterback in the league right now, as a rookie, coming off of his rookie season. So That's going to be interesting. As far as the season go, repeat it. Repeat it. Chances are you might be better, but your record might not be, because you got to think the Cowboys had a down year. The Giants then got better with that defensive line. The Eagles then won the Super Bowl, so it might be a little bit harder. So, and it's the second year. They then got some tape on Jaden Daniels. They got some tape on Kingsbury of how he runs that offense, what they're going to do, and if Debo and McLaurin, they got to handle McLaurin contract, but can Debo really, you know what I'm saying, become a something? You know what I'm saying? He was a disappointment last year. That's why he's not on the 49ers anymore. And they probably ain't want to pay him the money. But can you maintain yourself as a top 4, top 5 NFC team? NFC North, Bears. How does Ben Johnson get that team running? Can Caleb look like a first round draft pick? Can he look like the generational talent that a lot of people consider him to be? So that's what I'm looking forward to for them. As far as the season go, can you win that division? That might be a little bit too much. Can you make the playoffs? Can you make the playoffs? That's what I'm expecting from them. Can you make the playoffs? That's what I would like to see. Can you make the playoffs? Can you make the playoffs? Next up, we got the Detroit Lions. For them, how well does Morton does as a offensive coordinator? Like, do you maintain your explosiveness, or do you play back a little bit? You know what I'm saying? They lost a guard, or no, they lost a center, so that might be a little issue. But can you maintain your team? Are you not as explosive? How well does that run game stay? How does the play calling go? You got a new play caller, so you got to factor that into it. As far as season go, can you get to the Super Bowl? Can you get to the Super Bowl? That's my question for Dan Campbell. It was embarrassing last year. You had home field advantage, and then you let the rookie come in there and just do what he do. And I know y'all was injured, but can you get to the Super Bowl? Y'all window is open. Can you get to the Super Bowl? Can Jared Goff get you to the Super Bowl? Can that offense, can that defense get you to a Super Bowl in that NFC? We already know the NFC is Eagles are dominant, and then who's hot? NFC is who's hot. Whoever hot at that moment in time, you're gonna get to the playoffs. You're gonna get to the playoffs. You might get to the Super Bowl if you can get over the Eagles. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers. What kind of role does Matthew Golden play? Can Jordan Love become that top tier MVP caliber quarterback that we think he can be, or some of us think he can be? Can he do that? That's what I would want to know. Can he do that? As far as the season go, can y'all win that division? Can y'all make noise in the playoffs like you did the year before where you beat the Cowboys? But then, you know, can you be a major player in the playoffs? And can your quarterback become an MVP candidate? That's what I'm looking forward to. Minnesota Vikings. JJ McCarthy's development. Not too much else I'm looking forward to, as I'm interested in as far as the Vikings go outside of the season. I just want to see what McCarthy looks like. He's the one quarterback from that draft class that really didn't get a chance to show what he had, and most of them played very well. So hopefully he doesn't get hurt, and as the season goes, can he develop? Does he put his name up there with Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix, or is it a wait and see situation? All the eggs is in the basket with him, so we're gonna see. Next up is the NFC South. Atlanta Falcons. I look at the Atlanta Falcons like, what is Penix going to do? How well does he uptick that offense? How much more powerful they become as an offense? Drake London, Bijan, does Kyle Pitts become a factor, much more of a factor with Michael Penix? So my main focus is on Michael Penix and on that defense. I think they drafted 2 edge rushers, Pierce and Williams, I think, from Georgia. So just to see how that looks. As far as the season go, can you win that division? Can you win that division, get in the playoffs? That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm interested in. I wouldn't say worried. I'm not worried. Next up is the Carolina Panthers. For them, just to if that defense plays better in the training camp, like how well does that defense come together, and if Bryce can maintain his play that he did in the back half of the season. As far as the season goes, can you compete to win that division? Can you be the third team to compete with the Bucks, compete with the Falcons to win that division, right? And even possibly sneak into the playoffs. But for me, I want to see you win that division. For the Saints, probably Tyler Shuck. Who the fuck is Tyler Shuck? Just to see what Tyler Shuck does. I think he's the favorite. He's the betting favorite to win that starting job. So I just want to see how that goes. Shout out to Q. You can put your transfer in, yo. I think Josh Allen needs some more help, yo. He might need your energy to get over the Patrick Mahomes curse. I'm just saying. But as for right now, you can rock with Tyler Shuck. Shuck the world or rattle the world, whatever y'all saying is and shit. But at the end of the day, as far as the season go, is Tyler Shuck your quarterback? Is Tyler Shuck your quarterback? That's what I want to know. Is Tyler Shuck your quarterback? As for next one, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm mad we ain't getting Buka, yeah. I wanted a Buka. But I want to see how he developed, how they new offensive coordinator pieces that offense together 2 years in a row. Baker has been playing lights out, man. So can they continue that? Kind of interested in Shiloh, what his role is, how he plays. As far as season go, can you win the division? Like for me, it's all these teams is outside of the Saints. Is can you win the division? I don't think they're gonna be much of a pain in the playoffs, but can you win the division? That's what I want to see the Bucks. Can Baker solidify himself as yes, he's going to be the quarterback of our future type thing. Even though I think they already have decided him to be that, but can Baker plant his flag to be like, yes, I am that quarterback? Can really find that home. Next up and last, we got the AFC West. Arizona Cardinals, as far as training camp go, I want to see if they utilize Marvin Harrison a little bit better to make that passing game a little bit more consistent. How well that defense comes together as far as the end season go. Be that team that is a hard out. Maybe sneak your way into the playoffs. Maybe that back half number 7 seed in the wild card. Maybe. Let me see. I think that's gonna be hard. I think that's gonna be difficult. But I would say, yeah, try to compete for the wild card. Next up, we got the Rams. I want to see how that Puka, Devontae Adams, I want to see how that comes together. And that young defensive line, how well they play. As far as the season go, can you win that division? Can you get back to keeping the 49ers from bouncing back? Can you make noise in the playoffs? You was kind of close to being the Eagles. Can you be that team again and really and just over the next step? Is Devontae Adams the next step? Is the development of that young defensive line, is that the next step? Can you be that? 49ers, I'm just looking forward to see if they bounce back. Training camp, how Ayuk, I don't know if Ayuk is going to be playing because I know he got the torn ACL. Parasol, how well he does. McCaffrey, how they uses him. Is he healthy? Brock Purdy, he got that contract. Now he got to prove it. We know Jennings is going to be number 1. how well the defense bounces back from losing. I mean, Fred Warner going to hold it down, but they lost some pieces. I want to see them bounce back. I want to see if they can bounce back, if they can win that division, if they can knock the Rams off. That's what I want to see. They had a good offense. Shanahan's going to keep a good offense, but if you keep your people healthy, you know what I'm saying? Does the Rams win that division because the 49ers are hurt? If the 49ers stay healthy, is it their division? Seahawks, how well does Sam Darnold do? And how did that offense look? He did well with coaching with the Vikings, but can this be his team? The Vikings wasn't his team. He got training out by Shanahan. He's been on the road since Carolina. Can you make this your team? And as far as the season go, can you make this your team? Can you plant that flag to be like they made a good choice by getting rid of Geno Smith? Right? So that's the whole rundown of all the teams, training camp. I'm ready for some football, man. But here, check out this latest skit. Tell me what y'all think.
Shit, we just got Aaron Rodgers, man. I think we at least making the playoffs. We at least making the playoffs, man. I mean, it's better than what we was going into the season with. But I mean, yeah, we making strides here, man. We making strides. Go Steelers. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, is it really though? I mean, really? Aaron Rodgers, is he really going to be the one to take you over the top? I mean, what was other yo name y'all was about to go on the season with? And whatever you do not say his name. Please do not say his name. Why I can't say his name? You really want to know why? All right. Mason Bum. Bum ass bum. The bummers are all bums. Mason Rudolph is a fucking bum. Shit, Aaron Rodgers? I mean, I got some respect for the kid. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, you know what I'm saying? Like 3-4 years ago and shit. But shit, he a bum too. Bum. And you know who else is a bum? Elon, a bum. Donald Trump, a bum. Bums, yo. Just bums. All bums, man. What the fuck we talking about?
Thanks for checking out the video. Like I said, subscribe to YouTube. It's Transbaits. Follow me on X, OTHW Transbaits. TikTok is the same, OTHW Transbaits. I appreciate everybody for watching, sharing, subscribing. I'm looking forward to adding more guests to talk about some more stuff. I know we have I'm not sure what I'm about to, but I do have a quarterback tourney that I talked about. I have video out there for. I ranked the quarterbacks 1 to 20. And it's just like an NCAA style tournament. And it's just you basing it on which quarterback you think is going to have a better year. So we got the first round. I think I'm going to have a roundtable discussion about that. Might do that Friday if we have the time. But I just want to keep on creating content, football content for people to check out. But like I said, make sure you share, make sure you like, comment. And if you have any questions, I'm here down to talk anything. But I appreciate everybody that watches, watch all the way through, watch a little bit, whatever. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Peace out.
Hey, Trent, do you have an opinion? Yeah, I do. When the fucking Texans play?